Good morning, dear students. Welcome to your Google Classroom. We have completed 4 lessons from your collection, and today we are going to begin with the 5th one in your text. I hope that you have the text with you and keep it open. After the introduction, we will go through some lines from the text. But it is a pretty long, a lengthy one, and we won't be reading each and every line. But I will explain to you the substance that is contained in the lesson. And remember, it is a speech. This, the 5th lesson in your collection, it is titled Come September. And it is written by Arundhati Roy. I am sure that all of you are familiar with Arundhati Roy and her God of Small Things, isn't it? And so this is a speech, this is a speech that Arundhati Roy delivered in 2002, September 18. In the Lannan Foundation in Mexico, United States. We will see the important points that are discussed in the course of her speech. It is a very lengthy speech, very informative, a very enlightening speech, which explains her view of life, her humanitarianism, and so on. And before beginning with the lesson, let me introduce to you Arundhati Roy, even though she doesn't need any formal introduction. And so Arundhati Roy, she was born in 1961. She is a novelist, essayist, and activist who became a very famous figure with the publication of her maiden novel, The God of Small Things, which was written and published in 1997. And so Arundhati Roy, for this novel, she got the prestigious Booker Prize. And almost all of us have read the novel and have enjoyed the style of presentation. And Arundhati Roy, she grew up in Kerala, such a wonderful place like Kerala. And she studied architecture. And critics say that this accounts for her precision in the usage of language. Because she was born in this wonderful place, Kerala, and because she has studied architecture, she is very precise in her language, in her presentation. And actually, there is a mystery behind the way she uses words and ideas in her writings. And she was the recipient of Sydney Peace Prize in 2004. For supporting the principle of non-violence. And so she was awarded the Peace Prize in 2004 for his ideas on non-violence, for being a great supporter of non-violence. And she wrote many collections of essays and 2 screenplays. And she wrote her second novel, The Ministry of Utmost Happiness. Actually, it is written 20 years after the first novel, God of Small Things. That is in 2017, after a long gap of 20 years. You got it? See, the readers were eagerly awaiting her second novel. It is also an excellent novel. And it was it is also shortlisted for the award for the Booker Prize again. But it was not very well appreciated by the reading public. It was translated into many languages, some 49 languages. And the novel was excellent, yet it didn't get the recognition that Arundhati's first novel has received. And so, remember Arundhati Roy. We remember her as a great novelist, an essayist, and an activist. And she became a great popular figure after her first novel getting the Booker Prize. It was it was a great fame for the writer, and she became a well-renowned figure when she received the Booker Prize. And again, she got the Peace Prize, Sydney Peace Prize in 2004 for her advocacy of non-violence. And then she wrote the second novel, The Ministry of Utmost Happiness. It was written 20 years after the first novel, that is in 2017. And the novel was translated into 49 languages, but it didn't receive it was not very much received by the people as God of Small Things. And so, Arundhati Roy is an Indo-Anglian writer. Indo-Anglian means an Indian writer writing in English about Indians, their feelings, emotions, and so on. And so she's a typical Indo-Anglian writer. And if you take the example of The God of Small Things, the novel with which we are all very much familiar. See, it is an autobiographical novel. It is the story of two children, Rahel and Esther. See, their traumatic childhood set in the 1969 Kerala background. That is what you see in the novel. And we know that Rahel is actually Arundhati Roy herself. See, I told you that the novel is autobiographical. She and her brother returns to their maternal ancestral home after their parents got divorced. And they came to the place called Ayamanam in Kottayam. And so that is the location of the story. And you can get, or you'll be getting, a typical Indian background. Even the words and the images are typically Indian. And so the story is narrated through the eyes of the children. And the story is a critic, a great critic of the gender and caste issues in Kerala at that time. Understood? And so, when you consider God of Small Things and the background of the novel, the children in whose or through whose eyes the story is unraveled, the gender issues, the caste issues mentioned in the novel. When you go through all this, you will feel that it is a typical Indo-Anglian novel. And then Arundhati Roy, she is an activist who focuses on issues related to social justice and economic inequality. And for her work as activist, she received the Cultural Freedom Prize awarded by the Lannan Foundation in 2002. And so she was awarded the Cultural Freedom Prize awarded by the Lannan Foundation in 2002. And here she is there to make her speech. And here she makes a powerful talk on the US war on terror. Then she talks about globalization and free market, the misuse of nationalism. See, these are the points that you are going to see in come September. I told you that it is a speech that is written down. And Arundhati Roy, in the beginning of her speech itself, she says that she preferred to write the speech and to read it out. Two reasons are given for that. And on the first level, she says that the readers like her way of writing than the way she speaks. And so she preferred to write. And secondly, she says that she is going to discuss very crucial issues, burning issues, social, political issues. And so the words should be apt and she should be very, very careful. Not a word more and not a word should be missed out. And so she writes the speech and she reads it out for the audience sitting in front of her.